Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Halftime on the Hudson, the Blackout Edition. As you can see behind us, we have a nice blacked out logo. Right now, me and Nick are locked into a heated live reaction of the Celtics and Knicks game. Kristaps Porzingis was just called for a tech after he elbowed Isaiah Hartenstein in the face. Jalen Brunson was at the line, and he bricks the free throw. Nick, what's going on right now?
80% free throw shooter. By the way, Jalen Brunson is my preseason prediction for Clutch Play of the Year. One of the hardest awards to predict because it's so new, and also you have to be in the clutch situations to win the award. And he's ruined his case on the first game of the season by missing that free throw. And Tingus Pingus has been going amazing in his
bang! He hits that first one. Come on now, come on.
Relax. But he's been going crazy in his homecoming as a Celtic in Madison Square Garden. But we're going to see how this plays out for the rest of the season.
No. Let me just preface here. After the technical on Kristaps, the Knicks fans were chanting, overrated. Now, as my good friend Daniel Aulbach said, that wasn't on my bingo card tonight. So, I mean, really, like, the Knicks are just grasping for anything to hate on the Celtics right now.
Okay, well, I just got a text from Jacob Aframian for saying that oh my God, Brunson just missed a wide open.
And Brunson just is ruining his case for Clutch Player of the Year.
I know. I mean, it's only game one.
Tatum, back it down. Okay. Kickball.
Okay, but we just got word from Jacob Aframian, famous Knicks fan, and also one of the best ranters you will ever see, saying that Jalen Brunson has John Stark jitters because John Starks went 0 for 11 in Game 7 of the 1994 NBA Finals. And I can't believe that we're comparing Game 1 of the NBA season to Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Now, you know what? You know why we're doing that, though? Because the NBA is back. Bang! Kristaps Porzingis for 3. He's throwing his glasses. He can't even handle this right now. Come on, the Celtics. We're going 80. No.
9-0 run. RJ Barrett.
Watch it now. We're not actually going 82-0. Please do not take anything I'm saying at all. But yeah, you know. We're comparing this to the NBA Finals, honestly, just because it's a good battle between us Celtics fans and all the Knicks fans. Now, Kristaps, he misses Drew Holiday with the rebound. I feel like we're doing some play-by-play action over here. Nick, give me some analyst. Give me an analyst job right now. Come on.
Analyst job? Well, one, the Celtics just have the better players
Other than Jason just getting ripped.
I mean, Jason turnover, man. Come on.
Hey, come on.
What about Jaylen Brown's left hand?
Please, you said that to me 5 times today.
What about his left hand?
What about it, dude?
He can't go left.
He
can't go left. RJ Barrett can go right.
Really, this is what we've come down to. We're comparing Jaylen Brown and RJ Barrett. This is what we've come down to.
He's playing better. RJ Barrett's playing better than
I don't need Jaylen Brown to play better. I just need him to play.
Why do you need him to play?
Because he's there. I just need him to do something.
Okay, Julius Randle, 0 for 3. Okay, you know what? Ice in his veins.
We're still up 2. 49 seconds left.
It's not about how many you hit. It's about when you hit them.
Now look at this beautiful replay in Julius Randle's grill.
Hey, I gotta admit, he's lost some weight. So hopefully that'll help him stay.
No, he's absolutely slimed down. I mean,
because the Celtics, they need him because they don't. Come on,
Julius.
Free throw. Jacob's going crazy, but you guys don't have much big man depth.
You're right. Now,
37. You really need him.
This is true. Healthy. I'm gonna give that to you because right now it's only really Kristaps, Al, and like Luke Cornett. So I'm not gonna disagree with you on that point. But the guard play of the Celtics is just so much better than a lot of the other teams in the league. Not even guard play, though. Like, forward play, too. Like, Jason and Jalen. Like, the other day, I saw that they got snubbed off of Stephen A's top 5 duos list. He had Kawhi and PG ranked 5th. You're telling me that Kawhi and PG, the guys who can't play more than 12 games in a season, are ranked higher than Jason and Jalen, the highest paid player in the NBA and about to be one of the highest paid players in the NBA?
I could argue that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are now a better two-way duo than Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. A little bit of a hot take.
No. Get camera 2, camera 1, actually, or camera 3. Excuse me, camera 3, please. You hear what this diehard Knicks fan just told me? That Jason and Jalen are one of the best two-way duos in the entire NBA. I don't think I've ever had this man on my left, your right, my left, ever admit that to me. Kristaps, he's clutch from the free throw line, but I digress. Let's go back to Cam 2, please.
A little bit easier to be clutch when you're up 3 or 2 points.
Yeah, cry about it.
Quickly for 3. Oh, my God.
Oh, and it's an air ball.
And one.
Nope.
Oh, what? That wasn't
Yeah, that's
a
right.
foul?
Come on, give it to Kristaps.
Foul.
Here we go.
Timeout.
What are we doing here? All right, Nick. All right, come on. What's going on here?
First of all, you're up 2 points. No shot clock. Less than 24 seconds. Why do you call timeout here? Are they just not?
I don't really know what Missoula's thinking in this instance. Like that. This is like I haven't been able to watch most of this game today, but I feel like that's one of like the not so smart calls of Missoula in this instance. I mean, like Kristaps was easily able to catch the pass. He could have been fouled. He's been money from the free throw line. I mean, granted, Tatum has also been money from the free throw line this game, but Kristaps is just I really like what I'm seeing right now, and I want to feed the hot hand.
Exactly. And calling a timeout, you know what? You got to go pass from the inbound.
Yeah. This
perfect opportunity to backfire on them, too.
Exactly. I'm terrified of this situation. I mean, right now we're in some replays right now as we're still in commercial break.
Hey, Tingus Pingus been playing amazing.
No, he has been. I'm glad to hear that. We do happen to have.
Hi, Dan.
Hey, how's it going? Real quick, Porzingis has 30
right.
points. So who's the real duo now?
30. Dan, come over here real quick. Thank you.
Well, you guys have a trio,
A quad, actually.
Not bad. We'll take it.
We'll have. Hey, speak.
Not bad. I mean, pretty sick.
You have 5 players on your team that has made the All-Star team.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
I would say that's pretty good.
I know.
Yeah. And what do the Knicks have? Star J. Barrett. Star J. Barrett. Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, who honestly he got snubbed from the All-Star team last year, but I digress. I will happily admit that I do believe that Jalen Brunson should have gotten an All-Star team last year.
He should.
I think that was just disingenuous of the type of character he is in the NBA. He was money last year in his Knicks debut.
That's because you got off to a slow start.
I mean, there's also a lot of premier guards in the East too.
Yeah, but it's not the West. West is loaded with tons of guards.
That's totally fair.
But this season, I think Brunson's going to make the All-Star team.
He
better, especially with a lot of problems that are going around, especially in Philly. But that might give Maxey the opportunity to break through, which I think is a very good possibility.
As much as I dislike the 76ers, Tyrese Maxey is one of the better young players in this league. I mean, he's constantly, every single game I tune into where the Sixers are up against the Celtics, I feel like Tyrese is just working us from 3. The guy can't miss when he's playing against the Celtics.
You don't fear Joel Embiid?
No, of course I don't fear Joel Embiid. No, not at all. I don't fear him at all.
I mean, he does kill the Knicks, but against the Celtics, he's never beat them in a playoff series.
No, dude, never. We make him cry.
That was the Raptors.
No, Joel cried after last year's playoff series.
As he should, because he was a bum. And yeah, he blamed everyone else. He's not.
Of course he did, because he's a bad leader. He's a terrible leader. Great player, terrible leader. He needs to go to a different team where he doesn't have to be that, sure, he can be the number 1 guy scoring-wise, but he needs to go to a different team where they have one of those guys that really has that killer mentality. Who on the Knicks has that killer mentality?
Jalen Brunson.
Are you telling me that Jalen Brunson is that guy?
He was last year.
On the Knicks?
Yes. He was 4th in the Clutch Player of the Year voting. He was 4th in clutch points last year.
Who ended up winning the Clutch Player of the Year award?
De'Aaron Fox.
It was De'Aaron Fox. I thought so.
It was De'Aaron Fox, DeMar DeRozan, and Jimmy Butler. Those were the top 3. I don't know if it was that order, but I know those were the top 3. And Jalen Brunson played phenomenal in clutch time last season.
Oh, you see who we have on the floor right now? Peyton Pritchard.
Foul.
Yeah, that's right. Peyton Pritchard just got the ball off the inbound pass. He gets fouled. Pritchard is, I don't want to say anything, but he's pretty money from the free throw line.
Oh, yes. Listen, Celtics should have won this game pretty easily.
I mean, yeah, at one point I saw the Celtics in the first quarter were up at 12 or something like that going into the second quarter. Only 2 points. Peyton Pritchard. What's with the usage here?
Money.
That's money. When it really comes down to it.
That's why they gave him that contract.
Dude, honestly, Peyton Pritchard absolutely deserved that. I was honestly.
$4 $33 million?
I mean, like, I was honestly really surprised when Pritchard asked for his trade request at the beginning of the offseason. Let me rephrase. I may not have been surprised because of the depth of guards that we had. I just thought that we should have been using Peyton Pritchard a lot more because
Pritchard hit both of his free throws, by the way.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, it's Peyton Pritchard, when it comes down to it, he can be that guy for our second unit. I mean, like, even bringing him in with the starting unit at the end of the game, it's like that shows how much confidence the Celtics coaching staff has in this guy. I mean, like, they gave him the contract for a reason. He's able to show it, albeit maybe not this game, because, again, he didn't really get as much usage. I mean, he was in with the second rotation a little bit in this game, but still, it's like when it comes down to it, he's going to get his shots, he's going to get his time when the coaches deem fit.
And you know what? You know what's nice about how you kind of have all the star power is that your depth won't be as much of an issue because you'll have a Drew Holiday, you'll have a Kristaps Porzingis, a Jason Tatum, or a Jaylen Brown in there at all times, which will help out with developing the role players who are not so confident just yet because outside of Pritchard, Horford, White, depending on whether he starts or comes off the bench.
I mean, I think right now, like,
Sam Hauser.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, sure, like, you can definitely make the argument that the Celtics aren't as deep as some of these other teams. Like, I would definitely say that the Bucks are one of the deepest teams right now.
I would say the Lakers are the deepest team right now.
Sure, no, I could definitely, like, see your argument for that, too.
Despite the loss from last night.
No, I mean, it was a good game to watch. I mean, it was the Nuggets ring ceremony. It's like, you don't get any better than that watching the Nuggets get their rings and then win. But, I mean, like, when it comes down to it, sure, the Celtics aren't as deep as some of these other teams, but they're so built by star power that it's really going to be able to let some of these younger guys, some of these more unproven guys, learn, develop, and then show when it really comes down to it. I mean, like, what? Like, in the playoffs, like, believe me, I know. We're talking way too early on.
Well, the game's over.
All right, I just want to, before I continue my little rant, Celtics have beaten the Knicks 108-104. We are now 1-0.
Knicks are 0-1.
Knicks are 0-1. Celtics sit on top of the Eastern Conference.
Well, what boils down in this game is that Julius Randle went 5 of 22. Jalen Brunson went 6 of 19. Emmanuel Quickly played great. Josh Hart played great. R.J. Barrett, he was good.
Barrett.
Hey, 24 points. I'll take that.
All right, Star J.
And Jacob wants to. Okay.
No, Nick. Now is not the time for you and your boys' Knicks rant session. Derek, in the studio, you are more than willing to join that FaceTime right now. By all means, you can join it. You can sob away while me and Dan, we revel in this Celtics victory. You know, Dan, I want you to get a little bit of a screen time over here. Come on. Come over into the Boston corner. What do you got to say?
I'm from
the Celtics are the balls.
The Celtics are the balls, baby.
How you doing? You doing all right?
Actually, yeah. Because, to be fair, as a Knicks fan, our expectations are kind of low. Like, our expectations are making the playoffs, I don't know what Derek's yapping about there, but at best case scenario is making the second round. Celtics, it's championship or bust.
No, it's 18 or not. It's banner 18 or nothing.
That's what happens when you keep the same exact roster as last year. The expectations are low.
Yeah, no, actually, Dan brings up a great point. I mean, like, something needed to be done about the Celtics roster, and something they did. I mean, I was heartbroken watching Marcus Smart get traded. I was beside myself watching Robert Williams get traded. But bringing in Kristaps, bringing in Drew Holiday, these were the necessary things to do in order to sit atop the rest of the NBA. I mean, sure, a lot of the sports books have the Bucks and Celtics kind of neck and neck for that top of the Eastern Conference / top of the rest of the NBA. I mean, which rightfully so. I mean, like, Giannis and Dame is a dangerous duo. Chris Middleton as well. Like, there's really not a lot you can really do when it comes to that starting rotation. But I want to go back to my little thing about the Celtics' depth anyways.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, the Celtics may not be as deep as some of these other teams, but having that star power really helps them adapt and really develop behind them anyways. I mean, it's like, when it comes down to the playoffs, and I know I'm really, like, thinking ahead very early on, but the playoffs really are, like, 7, 8-man, 9-man, if that, like rotations.
Nuggets went 8 deep.
Exactly.
It was Bruce Brown, Jeff Green, Christian Braun.
Exactly, and I could realistically see the Celtics going like 8 deep, like Al, like
Derek White, Sam Hauser.
Derek White, same house.
Depends
Again,
how they do the starting lineup.
It's all dependent on the starting
It would
lineup,
be
yes, of course.
Peyton Pritchard,
Yep.
Sam Hauser, Al Horford,
Right.
or
Yeah. I mean, it's
whatever variations they
honestly,
try.
I really hope that Jordan Walsh takes a job. Granted, I know he's only a rookie, but I really do love Jordan Walsh out of Arkansas. I think that, yeah, I mean, not having Marcus Smart there to kind of coach him up does stink, but having Drew Holiday there is just as good. I mean, like, he's going to be able to really help hone his defensive talent. And I mean, like, in the summer league and even the preseason, Jordan Walsh is already working on his jump shot too. That guy was not a shooter in college, and he's already working and developing on his jump shot. Like, he's looking very good. And I think that when it comes down to it, a lot, maybe midway through the season or whatever, maybe if the Celtics make a decent run of they're up there in the Eastern Conference standings, I mean, it's like we're going to see a lot more of these younger guys like Jordan Walsh be able to kind of develop.
Absolutely. And your stars, they still got a little bit of more chemistry to build.
Yeah, I mean, it's
just looking at this game, Jaylen Brown had 5 personal fouls. Jason Tatum had 4 turnovers. Drew Holiday had some turnovers there late, and he only had 2 assists. And he's got to be your best playmaker. You got him to be that decision maker, and yet Jaylen Brown is leading your team in assists.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, look, at the end of the day, I just feel like there are a lot of mouths to feed on this offense right now. I mean, it's like, yeah, like having 4 stars on the starting rotation is going to hurt you at the start. I think as the season goes on, they're going to start to really learn how to play and mesh well together. I mean, it's like they let Kristaps go off. Like, it could be any given night, and one of those guys can have a massive day. Kristaps just had his day. Tatum could have his day. Brown could have his day. Derek White could have his day. Drew Holiday could have his day. Any one of those guys, any given night, could go off, and the rest of those guys, I feel like, are more than happy to take a back seat because it's all for the love of this team. It's all for the potential of bringing that banner to Boston.
I don't think Boston is going to have that much of an issue with ego clashes as there was in like the Lakers last season with the whole Russell Westbrook experiment, or in Brooklyn with Kyrie Irving and James Harden, that whole situation. Now, we have seen this experiment fail a couple of times with the Nets getting James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and just recently with the Suns getting Kevin Durant. But the Suns, I don't think, they also kind of had a little bit of a depth issue, but I do think the Celtics have they have good depth. Like, yeah. I'm not going to lie, they have good depth. Sam Hauser, he killed the Knicks one game last year. Peyton Pritchard, he's going to make all the little plays. So, you guys still got the Celtics still got some work to do. Bucks, they definitely have some work to do. I was not impressed with what I saw from Damian Lillard in the preseason.
No, I mean, it's believe me, yeah. I mean, it's like a lot of these teams have growing pains. There are a lot of things that a lot of these teams have to work through. But that's all the time we have for this segment. We're going to start kicking things over to prove your point. We have 2 newcomers. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Check it out. Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome back to another edition of Prove Your Point. We got some fiery contestants. To my left, your right. He is the news producer here for MCTV. Give it up for Tom Tricoli.
What's up?
You know, Tom, glad to have you here.
Good to see you.
I know you're a sports fan, but being in the news, like, why the sudden change?
This actually has viewership, so.
You heard that right, folks. All right, moving on to my right, your left, the challenger, also a rookie to halftime on the Hudson. Please give your hands up to one of the co-hosts of Tri-Take Sports. Give it up for Sam. Sam, glad to have you.
Great to be here.
I heard that you're better than Tom. Is this correct?
Yeah. No one's really better than me, but definitely not Tom.
Ooh, some big words coming over here. All right, please take a seat. We're gonna get right into it. So, gentlemen, the first debate topic: the battle of the arenas, the battle of the venues. Barclays Center, MSG. We're going to start with Tom here. What do you got for me?
I'm going Barclays every single day of the week. I could already hear Sam's argument now. Oh, the history, the prestige, the blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Who cares? When I go to MSG and I have to spend $300 to get through the door for an obstructed view because a bunch of rich assholes in suits are taking up the lower bowl, That ruins the experience. Barclays, you could go enjoy a nice Brooklyn Nets game for probably like $1.50 at this point.
Yeah, because they stink. My fault.
That's a lot of talk coming from someone who's dressed like Peter Griffin if he had gastric bypass surgery.
You want to go there? Look at the little Cornell emblem on your shirt. You think you're getting into Cornell, dummy?
My dad went to Cornell.
Clearly,
Ivy League
clearly you
alumni.
can get the brains from him.
Ivy League alumni. So what? Your team Barclays?
Yeah.
Come on,
Why
fight for MSG
Why do you
here.
think anyone would want to go to a Nets game? First of all, I just want to ask you that.
Well, we're talking about the arena, and I'm saying that Barclays is a far superior arena. It's newer. It's got a great atmosphere in there. It's clean. It's way cheaper. The amenities are better. I mean, what does MSG have? We're 100 years old. The Rangers won a championship here when World War II was going on.
Okay, so the Barclays Center to me is like when that little band you see coming up. Oh my God, you're shocked. Oh, good for them. They performed at the Barclays Center, and then when they go to MSG, you're like, oh, they made it. No one wants to look forward to going to the Barclays Center. MSG is so easy to go to. It's right in Times Square, and the Barclays Center, no one really thinks about it. If you say New York Arena, what do you think people say?
Are you saying that like Uzi, Travis Scott, who've had concerts, Kid Cudi, who've had concerts at Barclays, haven't made it yet? Is that what you're arguing?
Well, they've definitely made it.
I do
but
love me some Kid Cudi.
MSG is a far, far better arena, far nicer. I've been to both, and I've had a lot more enjoyable experiences at MSG. Don't care about the price. It's an atmosphere. It's an experience that you're going to.
Bet your wallet wasn't thanking you after that MSG visit. Barclays has an equal atmosphere, if not better. You will enjoy your time at Barclays. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the venue, and I think the amenities trump what is there at MSG.
Well, you mentioned my wallet wouldn't be thanking me. See, unlike you, I'm not thinking just constantly about the money. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to have good life experiences. Going to MSG, far better life experience. By far, Knicks games are the best games you could possibly go to.
Actually, false. The Celtics just beat the Knicks tonight. I digress. Sam, please continue.
The Celtics are frauds, too.
Whoa, pal. All right, now I got to get it. No. All right, gentlemen, you guys gave me very good debates for this first one. Our live audience, please cast your votes, and we'll get back to you at the conclusion of this. But we're moving things on now. Instead of venues, we're really thinking about the NFL right now. There's been a lot of trade rumors going around, especially because the trade deadline for the NFL starts October 31st, Halloween. Derrick Henry, his name has been thrown around the trade mill. Sam, who do you think will pick up Derrick Henry?
So the team that I chose to pick up Derrick Henry is the Baltimore Ravens. They have slacked at the running back position for a number of years now. No fault of their own, though. J.K. Dobbins, he keeps getting hurt. And Derrick Henry has not really had an injury history except for, I believe, a couple years ago he was out for a few weeks. And
I believe it was almost the whole season. It was his foot, I do believe.
okay. Few weeks, full season, same thing.
It's okay.
So, and they really need a running back, and they are making a push for it. They have shown that they are making a push for it. Lamar, 5-year, $260 million contract. Signing OBJ to that $18 million deal. Drafting Zay Flowers. Drafting weapons for Lamar. There's no better weapon on the market right now than Derrick Henry. Yes, he is getting a little bit old, but the Ravens are going to make a push, and they need him more than anybody. I'm a big Gus the Bus fan, but Derrick Henry is just going to take that Gus the Bus role and just elevate it times a million.
Sam, I will say that whatever team that could make a trade for Henry, whoever gets him, they'll be lucky to have him. He's definitely a good addition wherever he ends up going. But I think you're looking at the wrong team in the AFC North. My eyes are over in Cleveland. I mean, obviously, you might be thinking, oh, they have Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is a franchise guy. Why would they need to bring in Henry? Obviously, Nick Chubb is out for the rest of the season. He's done. Derrick Henry is only under contract through the end of the year. So the Browns, who I would say are honestly exceeding expectations for this point in the season, especially with all the injuries they've had, would be much better to add Derrick Henry in that backfield over who do they have right now? Same Jerome Ford, right? He's not doing anything. They definitely need a real running back like Derrick Henry, and honestly, having Kareem Hunt there in the secondary role in the backfield, like not a bad option, not a bad second option. So I think Cleveland would benefit far more than Baltimore would. And honestly, I could see if Cleveland were to make that move and, Deshaun Watson comes back healthy in a week or two, I could see them making a serious push beyond just a wild card position.
Do you think Cleveland goes all in this year?
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland definitely has an open window. You know what I mean? Like, if they don't get it this year, it's not necessarily the end of the world. But based on the situation they're in right now, where they're exceeding where they should be based on the injuries, why not go in when you know your team will be healthier at the end of the season and you can make that playoff push?
I do think they could go all in, but they only have a second-round pick this year. They don't have a first-round pick. Yes, they have all the other picks, but only a second-round pick. They're going to bankrupt themselves in draft capital because of that Deshaun Watson trade they made a couple years ago. I mean, I just don't think it'd be a smart move because they don't really need it. Jerome Ford's looked good. Yes, he's not a huge name like a Derrick Henry that's going to put butts in seats, but Jerome Ford is a good running back that they have. They have a great offensive line, great defensive line. They're a great team all around, and I don't think that they would give up a second-round pick or more for Derrick Henry after they've already given up so many picks for Deshaun Watson, struggling Deshaun Watson.
I think that's a great point. I think Derrick Henry, honestly, if you look at the trade market over the last year, I think Derrick Henry may not be going for as much as you might theorize. We've seen a lot of other star players moved around for far less. Derrick Henry is not the player he once was, 2-3 years ago. While he still brings a lot of value to any team that he's on, I think Cleveland could honestly get a pretty solid deal for him that may not even necessarily require giving much more besides the second-round pick. And, what does that second-round pick even matter anyways for a team like Cleveland? You know what I mean? Like, they have their core set. They're rolling with what they have. Any moves they're going to make is going to be free agency most likely after this point. Why not just give away that pick? It doesn't really benefit them to add a younger, second-round piece to their team based on where they are currently.
All right, Sam, closing argument for this one.
So for that point, Cleveland, they don't have a lot of money right now because, they have Myles Garrett on a big contract, Nick Chubb on a big contract, Deshaun Watson on a big contract. They're going to want to use that second-round pick on a guy that will improve their team and a guy that is just going to be cheaper than any of the guys that they have right now. Ravens, they are also win now, and I think the Ravens take Derrick Henry at this trade deadline.
I really do like what you guys are both bringing up. I mean, the AFC North is really one of the best divisions in football. Excuse me, we're having some technical difficulties in the studio. I do apologize. But yeah, no, I mean, I really do like both of your arguments. I mean, Derrick Henry to the Browns, I could see it. I mean, I've been really pushing the Browns narrative. I think that they're a lot better than people let on to be, albeit Deshaun Watson sucks. But the Ravens, I mean, it's the Ravens are really good this year, and I feel like adding Derrick Henry to that really strong rushing attack, that could be really dangerous. But final topic now, as the live audience casts their vote for this one. Final debate topic of the night. We're sticking with the NFL. Brian Daboll today actually just said that he's sticking with this guy, he's sticking with Daniel Jones. But there's still some controversy looming over the quarterback position in New York. Tom, what do you got for me?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Daniel Jones. Regardless of what Daboll said, I was holding that pick before that. You don't extend your quarterback on a, $40 million deal only to bench him for Tyrod Taylor.
Highway robbery.
Which is a whole nother topic in itself, the contract. But, you're not going to go out and spend that money and then put Tyrod Taylor in. Tyrod Taylor, while he's admittedly a great backup, is not going to save this Giants team. He's not going to revamp the franchise. Is the Giants' future Daniel Jones? It's debatable, but I can certainly tell you it is not Tyrod Taylor.
So here's one thing that a lot of NFL head coaches and a lot of NFL players and people that are in the media do. They lie a lot. I think Daniel Jones, when he is healthy, they'll give him a shot. But if Tyrod Taylor keeps playing the way he's played, they kind of have no option but to start him. I mean, 279 yards, 2 touchdowns against the Washington Commanders, who maybe haven't played like it, but that defensive line is probably one of the best defensive lines in the NFL. They limited the sacks. Tyrod Taylor went out, made plays. He was one missed call away from maybe beating his former team, Buffalo, and getting that revenge game. Tyrod Taylor's been amazing. He's 34 years old. I think we're paying him $8.5 million. Yes, because you paid so much for Daniel Jones, you'd want to start him. But when Daniel Jones is having 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions through, I think he played 5 games, that's atrocious. That's terrible. If that's the Giants' future, then I do not want to be in it.
Before Tom continues, I just want to preface, Tyrod Taylor, I thank you because you are getting Darren Waller involved in this offense. He saved me this past week, so I want to thank you. But back to you, Tom. I apologize.
All good. I recognize I left a little bit on the table there. I don't mean to completely, dismiss Daniel Jones. I think it's easy to forget what he did last season. Last season, it looked like he finally had figured it out. The turnovers greatly decreased. If you looked at this year, sure, we have those 6 interceptions, as you just said, but look at the O-line he's been playing with. It's been nothing but a battered O-line the entire season. He has Shane Lemieux starting on the line, which is a joke in itself. Daniel Jones has now become conditioned to the point that he doesn't even look all the way down the field because he's anticipating, that defensive end coming in to block him. So, honestly, I still feel like he's a victim of circumstance, whereas, Tyrod Taylor has had a great game, but if you're looking at the Commanders' defense beyond just that defensive line, what really sticks out to you? What is there really there to write home about? Even beyond that, they only put up 14 points, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like Tyrod Taylor went out there and lit the world on fire. I understand Daniel Jones did not look great through those first 5 games, but he has proven in the past that he's going to be able to figure it out. He obviously is now dealing with an injury. It might be kind of hard for him to get back into that this season. I would argue this season for the Giants is a loss anyways, but I would still roll with Daniel Jones. If you want to keep him around, if you want to see if he is the future or not, you have to roll with him. You cannot put Tyrod Taylor in. That is going to solve absolutely nothing and just keep you stuck in neutral.
Closing remarks, Sam?
So, Daniel Jones last year, I'm a big diehard Giants fan, but one thing I will say, Daniel Jones did look good last year, but he literally just looked like a kid with the training wheels still on and having Dable guide him through all of that. A 4-year, $160 million contract is robbery. I will admit that because Daniel Jones has not been good. And you said Tyrod Taylor, they only put up 14 points. Tyrod Taylor did something Daniel Jones hasn't been able to do, and he's put them in situations to win games. Yes, Daniel Jones had that Arizona game. It's Arizona. Washington does have a formidable defense and one that you will have to game plan around because they have guys like Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne. And let me ask you one thing. Do you think that the Giants' offensive line got better last week?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I guess actually you did add Pugh onto the line. That was definitely an improvement over what they had. So I would say small improvement, certainly.
So small improvement, getting, I think, 33 or 34-year-old Justin Pugh, who was never really that good with the Giants. Love Justin Pugh, but let's be honest. Was never really that good with the Giants, and now he's old. I don't know. Tyrod, I don't think is the future, but Tyrod is the present that we are living in now.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. We started off a little fiery in the first debate, but we've chilled out a little bit. We had some very classy debates. We have some gestures here.
I'm going to kill you.
I see the live audience has casted their vote. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, just want to say I don't like either of these two. They really piss me off.
Take that hat.
No, I can't.
Take that hat.
My hair looks
All right,
terrible.
security, please.
Celtics on the ball.
Celtics on the ball. Let's get out of here. All righty. The audience has spoken. Tom, Sam, thank you for participating in this rousing debate today. All right. So, in a 2-1 victory. Sorry, some more technical difficulties. Excuse me.
What's going on with these guys?
I don't know who hired these guys.
Amateur hour?
All right.
Gotta get rid of
Anyways,
them.
with a 2-1 victory, Sam, you are the winner. Please,
I knew it.
What do you have to say?
I knew it. I called it at the start. Tom would not be able to win against me. Did he win against me? Nope. I knew it the whole time. Making my debut.
I'm glad he's humble.
1-0.
What a nice guy.
Tom, I'm sorry you didn't know how to debate. I'm sorry I'm better than you. I'm really, really sorry. I feel really bad.
What a humble king.
Dude, you guys should get up and start fighting, honestly. Cut it! Hey guys, welcome back to our little segment of, this little game show that we have. Typically we do the Immaculate Grid. Now we're moving things over to the Hoop Grid. Nick, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start us off. So when it comes to
No, actually, before you go, I just want to preface to everyone: Nick is a basketball encyclopedia. He is by far one of the most not even genius. Just if you ask him a random basketball question, he's probably gonna know it. I'm not going to because I don't want to put him on the spot right now.
Depends how specific the question is.
Yeah, well, we don't need to go into that right now. Just let's get the first set going.
Now, one of the hardest ones, I think that's gonna one of the hardest tiles on here is gonna be 5 assists and under 50% free throw shooting.
Yeah.
Because most of the players that average 5 assists per game are point guards.
Yeah.
They're usually great free throw shooters.
Yeah.
So, actually, I think I do know one for that.
Oh, go right ahead. Be my guest.
So we're gonna have to go with the Big Dipper,
Ooh,
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt, the stilt.
Now that's only 16%. We do have unlimited guesses
Yes,
on the Hoop Grid.
that's the beauty of Hoop Grids. It's not Immaculate Grid where you get one guess and that's it. Hoop Grids, you get unlimited. So we could
if we want to find someone
Yeah.
rarer, but he was one of the first ones that came to mind because there was one season he did lead the league in total assists. I believe it was 1968.
Okay.
And there's the random fact he's talking about.
There it is. Okay, so I think that I'm going to go with Milwaukee Bucks and 500 plus three-pointers made in a career. I mean, I feel like that there are a lot of different people that I could realistically do with this.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle Korver played for the Milwaukee Bucks, didn't he?
For 3 games.
Yeah, so I mean,
2019. He was actually the one that I was thinking of.
I'm glad we're on the same mindset here.
This is what happens when we spend a weekend together.
4.63%. Bang, baby.
Now, one of the things I do wonder is how many people picked Ray Allen?
That's a great point.
Or Michael Redd. Chris Middleton's probably, he's definitely made 500 threes in a season.
And I mean, the Milwaukee Bucks haven't started yet. They
play Thursday. They play against the 76ers on Thursday.
So technically, Dame wouldn't have counted if you wanted to go with that.
Not yet. I mean, the season did start yesterday, so I doubt that it has any games that are updated from today. But when it comes to I'm gonna have to skip on the Philly Bucks for now. But when it comes to Philly and under 50%, that one also could have been Wilt Chamberlain.
This is true. Honestly, no. I actually have a pretty solid one.
For that one?
Maybe not.
I was thinking Andre Drummond.
I was thinking Andre Drummond too.
Okay, so this is just really weird that we're on the very similar page here. I'm not totally sure because he kind of did fix his free throw shooting. He was one of the worst free throw shooters of all time. But we'll see how it...
Okay, 7.2%.
Well, I don't know if it was shooting with the 76ers. I think it was just in general.
Yeah, no, it was just in general.
Okay, yeah, he's definitely... I know he was one of the worst free throw shooters of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
Three-pointers and free throw shooting is also going to be another difficult one.
Yeah.
But...
that is... I just feel like there's it's a very small group of people that could have even done that. I don't even know. But, I mean, I feel like this is probably the most, home run one of them all. Sixers Bucks. I mean, Drew Holiday immediately jumps out at me. I feel like that, I don't even know, though. Do people even remember Drew Holiday on the Sixers, though? I feel like...
To be fair, I just forgot. So.
All right. Well, the encyclopedia forgot.
But he was
10%.
I'll take
that.
that.
That's not terrible.
He was an All-Star in 2013.
I will absolutely take that.
5 assists per game for the Bucks. Oscar Robertson.
Yeah.
Sidney Moncrief.
Yeah.
Ray Allen probably
did.
I'm not sure if Michael Redd did. Giannis has. Chris Middleton has. Drew Holiday has. I wonder if Brandon Jennings averaged
I was actually thinking Brandon Jennings too. I mean, do you want to give it a go? We have unlimited guesses.
Yeah, we do have unlimited guesses. There's a good chance.
It doesn't go, but
Brandon Knight might have too.
Yeah. Let's go with Jennings
first.
Okay, 4.6%. Okay, we're cooking here. We
are.
Okay, definitely 500 plus three-pointers made and free throw percentage under 50%. We're not touching right now. I want to go to Sixers 25 points per plus points per game because that is you could there are so many options you could go with. I mean, like, for starters, I mean, like, Embiid, you can go Harden, you can go...
Harden, Harden has averaged 25 points per game.
Exactly. They didn't have to do it with Philly.
I mean, some that did do it with Philly, Moses Malone, Julius Erving.
I feel like I feel like a lot of people aren't really going to go with, like,
with Moses Malone. I feel like that would be the one that they wouldn't go with.
I think Moses Malone is a fantastic guess. 9%, you know? Not bad. If we have any other guesses, we can go back and fix that one.
I will be trying to think of superstars that played for Philly late in their career.
Yeah.
5 assists per game, 25 points per game per season.
Yeah.
There was a lot of 60 players, like Jerry West, Oscar Robertson, averaged triple-double, Russell Westbrook. Steph Curry's done it. There's a lot of players that have done it. Dwayne Wade probably done it.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant has done it. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. There are so many options for that. I don't know.
But at the same time, though, there's all those options, which makes it a lot easier to go with this because I feel like that a lot of those players are going to be a lot lower of a percentage than we would think.
I'm thinking Pete Maravich.
Okay.
I'm thinking Pete Maravich.
Okay.
I know he's led the league in scoring. I'm not sure if he averaged 5 assists per game, but since he was
Pistol Pete.
Come
on now.
But since he was handling the ball so much, I think that there's a good chance that he averaged 5 assists at least in one season.
And he did 1.1%. Look at this guy go.
I do want to think of Bill Russell might be one for 5 assists per game and free throw percentage under.
You know, I was honestly thinking him too. I mean, we can go back and fix him real quick. Let's just give it a shot, shall we? 4%. Okay, dude. The highest
cooking.
one is Drew Holiday at 10%. We're cooking right now. We're doing fantastic. All right, let's do 500 plus 3-pointers made and 25 plus points per game. Because again,
so many.
There are so many that again, it's gonna really hamper the percentage points. So I mean, like again, you could go with all the
Steph Curry.
Yeah, you
That's
can go.
way too obvious.
It's way too obvious. Like you can go with so many of these premier guys.
Now we do have to keep in mind, 3-point line didn't come in until the 1979.
This is true. Season. This is true.
So a lot of guys in the 80s, like Larry Bird, he made over 500, but it was only like 600, 700 throughout his career.
I feel like not a lot of these guys are going to go with the later guys.
Del Curry did not average.
No, I was thinking Del Curry too, but he definitely didn't average 25 plus.
25.
Yeah.
I don't know if Larry Johnson ever averaged 25. He played for the Hornets and the Knicks. Charles Sprewell might be an interesting one. I don't know if he's averaged 25.
What about Gilbert Arenas?
He's averaged. I'm pretty sure there was a season where he was like 27, 28 points per game.
I want to roll with Gilbert. Agent Zero?
Yeah, Agent Zero.
1%. Gilbert Arenas. What a pull by me. Come on now.
Now, I'm thinking that there's 500 3-pointers and under 500 free throw percentage. We got to roll with a 3-point shooting center.
This is really going to be tough.
I don't know if who's the 6 Tony Kukoc ever was under 50%. This is going to be tough. This is going to be real tough.
I see the studio crew back there is having some fun.
I wonder if Brook Lopez was under 50% from the free throw line because he wasn't a great shooter until he got to the box.
Exactly. I mean, do you want to roll with it?
We could try. I'm not sure if he ever...
I'm not too confident about it.
I'm not confident about this either, but we could rock with Brook Lopez.
Nope. No Brook Lopez. That one was definitely... I wasn't too sold on that one.
I'm thinking about real bad free throw shooters.
Yeah.
You got Shaq.
Yeah,
Ben Wallace. These are not 3-point shooters.
Yeah.
The one 3-pointer that Shaq made, he got from like the corner. And just
back in his Magic days.
Yes. And he just like chucked it from, what was it?
Like
from half court?
Yeah, it was like half court or something like that. I mean, this one, I'm like really racking my brain trying to figure this one out. This one's super tough.
Yes, this one is super tough.
I mean, it's like LaMarcus Aldridge was a good mid-range and free throw shooter. So and he wasn't a 3-point shooter.
I don't even know if he made 500 threes.
No, he definitely didn't.
3-point shooting. I'm trying to think of like 3-point shooting big man.
Yeah, I mean there weren't really many until this modern era.
And they were all great free throw shooters.
Yeah.
Now, was there like there might be a player who made like 500 threes,
You know,
and they played like
there may be one guy that I'm thinking of. This definitely will not go. But like, did Dominique Wilkins like shoot a lot? Because he was more of a dunker though.
I don't think he was a 50% free throw shoot. He was worse than 50%.
I mean, I'm gonna throw it out there. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Okay. Yeah, this one's tough. No,
what
but
about Lonzo? Is he below 50% early in his career? I don't even know if he's made 500.
no, I don't think he has.
We can just shoot it. Oh my god.
What are you doing?
We lost the hoop grid. Oh well.
No, we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Yo,
Oh my
Lonzo,
God.
3%. That's it. Nick, give me some. Wow, what a pull. That was wild. I did not think, like 50%, I can understand that. I did not think Lonzo had made over 500 three-pointers in his career. Can we get like a little fact check with how many three-pointers he's made? We'll come back to it eventually.
We can look it up right now.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Before we go, we're actually gonna figure this thing out.
Lonzo Ball. Dan can't believe it.
595. Wow, just
And
he's
he's a career 57.8%. Those first 2 seasons in LA, he was shooting well below 50%.
Wow.
I wasn't sure if I knew it was bad. I didn't think it would be that bad.
Yeah, I mean his early career where he's shooting from the side of his face definitely didn't help.
But when he got to New Orleans, he fixed that. So
but that's all the time we have for you guys today on Halftime on the Hudson. For Jimmy Tsiantoulas and Nick Chiarito. We'll see you guys again very soon. Take care.